everybody, and welcome to Art 282 online for fall 2016 with your instructor, Melissa Hebert-Johnson. That's me. And this is the first of many sort of Monday morning updates we'll be doing to kind of remind you of what's going on in the course and so on. So what I want to do today is kind of just introduce you to the layout of the course and of Canvas, and then let you know what you should be doing this first week and this first day. Okay, so what I've done is I've put us in student view, which isn't exactly complete, but it does give you a better idea of what the course looks like for you. This is what our home page looks like. You're here, so you know that. What do you find? Well, you find over on the left two menus. You've got your Canvas menu with this account button, which is you. That's your information. One thing you really should do at this time, if you haven't already, is make sure that your Canvas inbox messages go to your email address that you use on a regular basis. So you might want to do that today. You also might want to add a little icon or image if you don't have one already. I really appreciate that. It makes me feel like even though the image is really tiny, it has something visual for me to associate your name with, and it makes me feel like I get to know you a little bit better online. So I really like that. Dashboard is that landing page when you log into Canvas. It has all your courses and stuff. Courses is just what it sounds like when you click that. Well, all it's going to show you is this one right now. It has all your courses there so you can easily access them. Calendar, which is going to have calendar entries for assignments and other things. And then inbox. Inbox is very handy. Now it's not going to let me actually show you inbox because I'm not really a student and this is student view, but I would really love to do a tutorial, but it's very difficult for me to because, you know, as you can imagine, I get all sorts of messages from students and a lot of that is confidential, and so I can't just like show you how to use inbox, you know, on my own. But there is also, if you scroll down in Canvas, it's hard to see because the pink bar is covering it, but there's a help button and there's all sorts of tutorials, and it's actually really wonderful. It's very easy to use. Inbox is the best way to contact me because you know I get it. It saves a copy. You don't have to input an email address. All you do is click compose, select the class that you want to communicate in, and select the person. So no email addresses, no making, you know, no wrong email addresses, no misspellings. All right, so let's get out of there and go back to our course. And then our course also has a menu, which I think you can hide, yeah, by clicking that bar. So we've got the home, we've got our syllabus, which is very kind of generic. It means important stuff. Tells you what the course is about, the objectives, the requirements, what the textbook is. Actually, there's also an online version of the textbooks. I should get in there and put the link there to basically rent the textbook online for a semester, which is much cheaper than purchasing the book. The only downside to doing that is that you can't use your financial aid. You have to use a debit or credit card. You can only use your financial aid through the bookstore. But so there's this kind of good information. There's also a nice sort of abbreviated calendar there for your own convenience. Now modules. If I click modules, you may be thinking, what is modules? Well, modules are basically chunks or units, and how we divide our stuff in this class is according to week. So we have weekly units, weekly modules. But right at the top, we don't have a weekly module, we have orientation. Orientation is what you're going to be doing today. So if you're wondering, okay, so what am I supposed to do today but watch this video? It's this, orientation. So I want you to read all of it. I want you to remember as much as you can, but note that you don't have to remember everything because this will remain on the modules page, but at the bottom for the rest of the semester after the first week. You may be thinking to yourself, do I really need to read this orientation? Yes, you do. In fact, that first week, see, I've been teaching this course online for a long time, and I know what questions students tend to ask, which has helped me create this orientation over the years. And so if you have a question this first week, you may want to think, is this answered in the orientation? Let me go check, because probably 90% of the time when a student has a question, I'm directing them back to the orientation. So Please read through it carefully before you move on to your first unit or module, which is week 1, 14th century art in Europe. Okay, and please read very carefully before you get started on the module in the orientation about how to do your modules. Okay, terrific. What else? Very basic stuff. Assignments. Every assignment you have for this class is included in there. It's just a place to conveniently put them together. I did want to point out to you, if you ever open assignments and you look at it and you're like, wow, that's a lot of stuff all in chronological order and it doesn't really make a lot of sense, go up here and click type and it'll organize them according to the types of assignments. Makes it just easier to handle. Now in your modules, everything's linked, but like your assignments and your discussions are linked. But you know, it's just nice to have separate pages for them as well. So I don't really need to go through the rest of this with you because the orientation sort of handles it, so that's where we'll stop. So please have a good first day and first week in the course, and if after reading orientation you still have questions, please let me know through the inbox. Thank you.